The first day of Hanukkah. Since the dawn of civilization, humans have given high priority to commemoration of special occasions. The number of rites, rituals, and celebrations that people on our planet take part in are practically endless and immensely different in nature. One such celebration that is a brilliant example of faith, determination, and perseverance is the first day of Hanukkah, which marks the start of the 8-day Festival of Lights to commemorate the Jewish people's struggle for religious freedom. But what actually transpired to cause this movement? What kinds of sacrifices did the Jews make? And most importantly today, we'll share the noble act of selflessness portrayed by the Jewish people that will leave you speechless. Back in 323 BCB, after the death of Alexander the Great, Judea, the ancient Israel, became part of Egypt until 200 BCB, when King Antiochus III of Syria defeated the Egyptian king, and the ancient Israel was now under his control. Following his victory, Antiochus III guaranteed Jews the right to live according to their ancestral customs, and to continue practicing their religion in the majestic Temple of Jerusalem, up until 175 BCB, when his son Antiochus IV invaded Judea. Breaking his father's vow, he deprived the Jewish people of the right to live according to their ancient traditions and to continue practicing their religion in Jerusalem. The king didn't like people having beliefs other than his own. Therefore, he forced his religion on the areas he conquered. Following his conquest of ancient Israel, Antiochus ordered the destruction or conversion of all Jewish temples, including the one in Jerusalem. Those who violated these restrictions were subject to harsh repercussions for their disobedience. The vast majority of Jews adhered to these regulations, but some courageous individuals decided to break the norm. One of them was Judah Maccabee, a Jewish rebel who fought to save his nation from invasion, stop the spread of Hellenism in Judea, and keep the Jewish faith alive. Judah and his brothers assembled an army to take on the evil king and his followers. Despite the fact that they were outnumbered by their opponents, they were able to succeed thanks to their resilience and bravery. Judah and his army defeated Antiochus and triumphantly reclaimed the temple in Jerusalem. But when Judah and his troops entered the temple for the first time following the conflict, they were utterly horrified by what they saw. It did not resemble what it had been in the past at all. The decorations were tarnished, the floors were broken, and there was no oil to light the menorah. They discovered a tiny jar that had just enough oil to keep the menorah lit for one night. But then something extraordinary happened that no one saw coming. The lamps did not go out after the first night, but continued to glow the following night. Yes, you heard that right. They did not burn out after 1, 2, or 3 nights, but continued to do so for a total of 8 days and nights in a row, providing the people with the assurance that God is with them no matter how difficult the situation may be. This is why Jews celebrate Hanukkah every year. First day of Hanukkah. Hanukkah lasts for a total of 8 days. The first day of Hanukkah this year will begin on Sunday, December 18th, 2022, and the holiday will continue all the way until Monday, December 26th, 2022. This Jewish holiday is also called Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. Throughout the 8 days of Hanukkah, Jewish people will carry out several rituals. The themes of Hanukkah are incorporated into the ceremony, including the blessing as well as the daily prayers, making them more meaningful. This festival, in contrast to the Sabbath and many other Jewish holidays, does not involve any restrictions on activities, such as fasting or staying home from work. Jews are free to celebrate the holiday as they normally would. While some ceremonies in Hanukkah are honored with a personal observance, others are commemorated in a more public setting, such as during a religious ceremony or a community gathering. Lighting the Menorah. The custom of lighting the Hanukkah menorah after it has become dark is one that is most commonly observed. During the ceremony commemorating the temple in Jerusalem, the candelabrum with 9 branches represents the miracle of the oil. On the first night of the festival, participants will light 1 candle on the menorah before lighting the shamash, also known as the assistance candle, which will illuminate the remainder of the candles. On the second day of the festival, 2 candles are lit, and this routine continues for the remainder of the celebration. There are some individuals who prefer to light their spaces with oil lamps rather than candles, in order to provide a visual reminder of the holiday to those who are not within the home. Menorahs are traditionally placed in front of windows. It is expected that these candles and lamps would burn for at least a half an hour. Recitations on Hanukkah. Jews recite 3 blessings on the first night of Hanukkah, and then 2 blessings on each of the following nights. Following the lighting of the menorah, Jewish people will sing Hanerot Halalu, which is a song that has many different versions in different countries. However, the primary focus is on explaining the significance of lighting the menorah and expressing gratitude and appreciation to God for His generosity. Another song that is sung is called Ma'ot Zur, and it is about being saved from persecutors as well as giving thanks to God for His protection amid the terrible things that happened to the Jews. Some individuals might also repeat passages from the Psalms, sing additional songs, or hold supplementary prayers. Meals on the days of Hanukkah. In recognition of the miraculous properties of the anointed oil, the majority of the meals consist of items that have been fried, baked, or marinated in oil. This comprises donuts spread with fruit jam, potato crepes, brisket, beef or veal tongue, and loukoumades, which is a fried puff dipped in honey or sugar. It is widely held that the Maccabees indulged in the consumption of this fried food. Children in the United States choose to bake cookies or pretzels in the form of Hanukkah symbols. This serves as a means of educating students on the connected stories and importance of Hanukkah. Symbolism of Hanukkah. The 8-branched Hanukkah menorah, sometimes referred to as a candle holder, is an essential component that serves as a symbol of the Hanukkah celebration. It has a strong connection to the reasons why the occasion is known as the Festival of Lights. When the menorah is lit from the left side to the right, individuals say special blessings. The menorah is lit clockwise. There are several variations on the design of the menorah. However, the 9th holder, which is referred to as the shamash, as mentioned earlier, is typically placed in the middle or to the left side. The dreidel is a popular toy, symbolizing the Hanukkah period. This toy has been printed with Hebrew letters on each of its 4 sides, making it a fun activity for children. These letters, Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin, form an acronym for the Jewish phrase meaning, "A great miracle happened there." Public holiday. Although the first day of Hanukkah is not a national holiday in Israel, it does coincide with a period when schools are out for vacation. This event is not recognized as a national holiday in any of the countries that include Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, or the United States. Some Jewish schools in these and other countries have their school vacation fall around the same time of Hanukkah. What are your thoughts on this Jewish holiday? Do you also celebrate Hanukkah? Post your answers in the comment section below.